In the vast, remote desert of southern Utah, far from city lights and familiar comforts, lies a place called Turnabout Ranch. It sits near the small town of Escalante, surrounded by rugged canyons and wide-open spaces. This isolation is not an accident. It is a core part of the program's design. The ranch presents itself as a haven for troubled teenagers, a last resort for parents who feel they have run out of options. Here, teens between the ages of 13 and 17 are sent to confront their behavioral issues, from defiance and substance use to more complex emotional struggles. It is a working cattle ranch where the daily routine is meant to strip away the distractions of modern life and replace them with hard work, discipline, and reflection. The promise of Turnabout Ranch is one of transformation. Parents are told that through a combination of therapy, academic study, and demanding physical labor, their children will learn respect, responsibility, and self-control. The program's website paints a picture of healing and growth, showcasing stories of teens who have successfully turned their lives around. The environment itself is meant to be therapeutic, with the stark beauty of the Utah landscape serving as a backdrop for intense personal change. For a family in crisis, this promise can sound like the only answer, a structured path back from the edge of despair for a child who seems lost. However, beneath this polished image lies a much more complicated and contested reality. For decades, the ranch has been a focal point of intense debate. Is it a place of genuine healing, or a source of lasting trauma? The answer often depends on who you ask. Supporters, including many parents and some former attendees, praise its no-nonsense approach and credit it with saving lives. They argue that the tough, structured environment is exactly what some teens need to break destructive patterns. They see the hard work and strict rules not as punishment, but as essential tools for building character and resilience in a world that has become too permissive. Critics, on the other hand, tell a very different story. This group includes a growing number of former attendees, child welfare advocates, and mental health professionals. They describe the ranch not as a therapeutic center, but as part of a larger, poorly regulated industry that often prioritizes control over care. They raise serious allegations of psychological manipulation, punitive treatment, and a failure to provide adequate support for vulnerable young people. These conflicting narratives have placed Turnabout Ranch at the center of a national conversation about how we treat our most troubled youth, a conversation that questions the very methods used in the name of help. Turnabout Ranch was established in 1990. Its foundations connected to a wider network of programs that shaped the troubled teen industry. One of its founders, Robert Litchfield, was also associated with the Worldwide Association of Specialty Programs in Schools, or WASP. This organization became notorious